Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Out of the Park Baseball 18 with a drafted Reds team in the 2017 season. I just had a series with first place Pittsburgh Pirates. They beat me 2 out of 3 games. Had an off day and the Pirates won on the off day, and now they're in first place in the Central Division. So I've gone pretty far south here in the last couple days. I've got a series here against St. Louis. I think they've got their 3 best starters going against me. And my pitching staff isn't what it once was. So I'm kind of limping to the tape here. I don't know, hopefully I can stay in at least a wild card. I'm going to be a little disappointed in myself if I don't win the division. But the Pirates seem to be coming on. Even the Braves Braves and Giants both are creeping up on me in the wild card. I'm only 1 up on the Marlins, and unless I can figure out a way to start winning some games here, I might find myself in trouble of falling out of the wild card race as well. It would take a pretty steep nosedive, but that sort of thing happens in this game. I discovered that Adrian Gonzalez has been, he has been struggling with runners in scoring position. I could tell, but I didn't know it was quite as bad as it was. He's been less than, now he's creeped under 180 with runners in scoring position. So even though he's making $14 million, and otherwise his numbers are pretty decent, it's hurting me too much having him in the lineup. So I'm going to have to start playing somebody else at first. I've got some other options. But I mean, this is too hard to recover from. There are certain players that they're worth having some negative stats for. They do things for you that positive things for you that outweigh whatever negative is happening. But in this case, the whole reason I've got Gonzalez is to basically drive in runs. That's what he's there for. And if he's hitting less than 180 with runners in scoring position, he's really hurting me. So as much as I hate to do it, I can't play Gonzalez if he's doing that sort of thing. So I'm going to try Eric Jagiello at first. We're going to see how that goes. I also have another first baseman on the roster, in Mike Ford, although he's not hitting as well as Jagiello. He also doesn't have as much power. So we'll see how things go for the series. I really need some offense, but I need my patchwork pitching staff to stick together at the end of the season too. So I got a lot of things going against me at this point. Hopefully I can keep things together. I'm tempted. Ozzie Albies has been hitting really well. I'm tempted to move him up to leadoff and see if I can bat Brinson maybe third. Brinson's actually hit relatively well, slightly better than his normal average with runners in scoring position. So hitting him third probably makes sense. We're going to play Eric Jagiello at first instead of Adrian Gonzalez. We'll bat Simmons ninth. Derek Fisher he's been getting on base. Brandon Moss has not been hitting well lately. Derek Fisher has the advantage of having a little bit of speed. Mark Payton's interesting. I might play him off the bench. We'll try this. Welcome to Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, where the Cincinnati Reds are hosting the St. Louis Cardinals. Pitching today for the Reds, Tyler Skaggs. Skaggs with an 8-7 record and a 3.03 ERA. He struck out 118 batters and 157 in the third innings pitched. He'll be facing the Cardinals second baseman Cory Spangenberg. Spangenberg hitting .248 with 5 home runs and 29 RBIs. Ground ball to second. Albies up with it. Throws out Spangenberg at first for the first out of the first inning. One down. That brings Mookie Betts to the plate. Betts playing center field for the Cardinals, hitting .257 with 10 home runs and 43 RBIs. High deep drive to left field. Betts got all that one. It falls into the seats for a solo home run. And the Cardinals now lead the Reds 1-0 here in the top of the first. One out in the inning. That brings Wil Myers to the plate. Myers, the Cardinals' first baseman, hitting .250 with 23 home runs and 68 RBIs. He draws a walk here. He'll be on at first base with one down for the third baseman, Miguel Sano. Sano hitting .250 with 38 home runs and 93 RBIs. Skaggs delivers. Sano draws a walk. Oh, we're going to have a good start today, I can already tell. Runners at first and second, one down. Brandon Guyer steps to the plate. Guyer, the left fielder, hitting .260 with 8 home runs and 45 RBIs. Skaggs strikes him out for the second out of the inning. Two down, the right fielder Jake Bauers stands in. Bauers hitting .250 with 13 home runs and 37 RBIs. Line shot back up the middle, base hit for Bauers. That'll load the bases for the catcher, Austin Hedges. Hedges hitting .233 with 17 home runs and 60 RBIs. Skaggs delivers. Line shot to center field, gets down and back to the wall for Hedges. He's into second with a double. That clears the bases, and the Cardinals are up 4-0 here in the top of the first. Marcus Semien, the shortstop, steps to plate. Semien hitting .261 with 13 home runs and 45 RBIs. Pop up into shallow right center field. Albies up and he drops it. That'll put runners at the corners with 2 outs for the pitcher, Jake Arrieta. Arrieta hitting .175 in the season with 5 RBIs. Skaggs checks the runners, delivers to Arrieta at the plate. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it, throws to first. Arrieta is retired. And the Cardinals go down here in the top of the first. They score 4. They're up 4-0 after a half inning here in Cincinnati. Not a good start to the series. Leading off for the Reds, Ozzie Albies. Albies hitting .306 with 7 RBIs. He'll be facing the Cardinals pitcher Jake Arrieta. Arrieta 10-7 on the season with a 3.13 ERA. He struck out 174 batters and 178 in the third innings pitched. 1-0 the count. He delivers to Albies. Line shot to left field. Geyer makes a nice play out there to steal extra bases from Albies. 1 out in the inning. That brings Jurickson Profar to the plate. Profar playing third base today, hitting .277 with 9 home runs and 45 RBIs. Hard hit ball down the third base line. Gets past the third baseman Sano into left field. Profar into second easily with a double. And he'll be in scoring position with 1 out for the center fielder Lewis Brinson. Brinson hitting .259 with 19 home runs and 64 RBIs. Arrieta delivers. Line shot to center. That'll be off the wall. Profar rounds third and scores. Brinson into second with a double. And the Reds have cut the lead to 3 here on the Lewis Brinson RBI 2-base hit. It's now 4-1. 1 out in the inning. Brinson at second. Aaron Judge at the plate. Judge, the right fielder, hitting .220 with 8 home runs and 25 RBIs. Looper to center field. Betts is able to make the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Brinson's still out at second base. Eric Jagiello steps to the plate. Jagiello, the first baseman, hitting .263 with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. Bounder through the right side of the infield. Base hit for Jagiello. Brinson's able to score from second. And the Reds score their second run here in the bottom of the first. It's now 4-2 Cardinals lead. Jagiello down at first base. The catcher, Oscar Hernandez, stands in. Hernandez hitting .263 with 12 home runs and 50 RBIs. Hard hit ball down to third base. Sano up with it, takes the short route to second to cut down Jagiello. And the Reds are retired here in the bottom of the first. They score 2. They trail the Cardinals 4-2 after 1. Corey Spangenberg to lead off for the Cardinals here in the top of the second. Spangenberg 0 for 1 today. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it, throws out Spangenberg at first for the first out of the inning. 1 down, that brings Mookie Betts to the plate. Betts had a solo home run in the first inning. He tries to lay down a bunt. Jagiello up with it, throws out Betts at first. 2 down. That brings the first baseman Will Myers to the plate. Myers drew a walk in the first inning. High fly ball to center field. Brinson under it, puts it away for the last out here in the top of the second. And the Cardinals go down 1-2-3. They still lead the Reds 4-2 after 1.5. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the second, the left fielder Derek Fisher. Fisher hitting .220 with 4 home runs and 13 RBIs. Ground ball to second. Spangenberg up with it, throws out Fisher at first for the first out of the inning. 1 down, that brings the pitcher Tyler Skaggs to the plate. Skaggs hitting .204 with a couple RBIs. Arrieta strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. The shortstop Andrelton Simmons steps to the plate. Simmons hitting .240 with 6 home runs and 41 RBIs. Liner to left center field, gets down for a base hit for Simmons. He'll be on at first base with 2 outs for the second baseman Ozzie Albies. Simmons gets the green light to try to steal. 1-0 the count. Simmons still with the green light. 2-0 the count. 2-1 now. We're going to turn on run and hit. Simmons takes off for second. Ground ball to short. Semien gets a glove on it, but he has nowhere to go. Infield hit for Albies. The Reds now have runners at first and second with 2 out for the third baseman Jurickson Profar. Profar 1 for 1 on the day. Liner to left field, gets down for a base hit for Profar. Andrelton Simmons scores on the play. And the Reds have now cut the lead to 1. It's 4-3 St. Louis here in the bottom of the second. 2 down now. The Reds have runners on the corners with 2 outs for the center fielder Lewis Brinson. Brinson 1 for 1 on the day with an RBI. Profar takes off for second base. He's in there safely. Now the Reds have runners at second and third with 2 down. Deep drive to center field. It's not quite going to be deep enough. Betts makes the catch just short of the track. And the Reds go down here in the bottom of the second. They score a run. They trail the Cardinals 4-3 after 2 here at Great American Ballpark. Third baseman Miguel Sano to lead off for the Cardinals here in the top of the third. He drew a walk in the first inning. Ground ball to third. Profar up with it, throws out Sano at first for the first out here in the top of the third. 1 down, that brings the left fielder Brandon Guyer to the plate. Guyer 0 for 1. Ground ball to second. Albies up with it, throws out Guyer at first for the second out of the inning. 2 down, the right fielder Jake Bauer stands in. Bauer's 1 for 1 today. Line shot back up the middle, but Albies makes a diving grab out there behind the second base bag. Bowers is retired, and the Cardinals go down 1-2-3 in the top of the third. They lead the Reds 4-3 after 2.5. Right fielder Aaron Judge to lead off for the Reds here in the bottom of the third. He's 0 for 1. Arrieta strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down, Eric Jagiello stands in. Jagiello with an RBI single in the bottom of the first. Fly ball to left field. Guyer under it, puts it away for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Catcher Oscar Hernandez stands in. Hernandez 0 for 1. Line shot. Oh, high fly ball to center field, sorry. Betts under it, puts it away. And the Reds go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the third. They trail the Cardinals 4-3 after 3. Leading off for the Cardinals in the top of the fourth, Austin Hedges. Hedges had a 3 RBI double, base clearing 3 RBI double in the first inning. Fly ball to center field. Brinson under it. 1 down. Marcus Semien stands in. The shortstop 0 for 1. Line shot down to first. Jagiello picks it off for the second out of the inning. 2 down. The pitcher, Jake Arrieta, steps to the plate. Arrieta 0 for 1. Line shot to center field. Gets down and off the wall. Arrieta in the second with a double. He'll be there in scoring position with 2 outs for the second baseman Corey Spangenberg. Spangenberg 0 for 2. Skaggs checks the runner. Arrieta delivers to Spangenberg at the plate. Ground ball down to third base. Profar boots it. Arrieta moves up to third on the error. Spangenberg's safe at first. The Cardinals now have runners at the corners with 2 outs for the center fielder Mookie Betts. Betts 1 for 2 on the day with a solo home run. Well, Skaggs feels great. Skaggs checks the runners. Arrieta and Spangenberg delivers to Betts at the plate. Ground ball to short. Simmons takes a short route to second to cut down the runner Spangenberg. And the Cardinals go down the top of the fourth. The Reds trail them 4-3 after 3.5. Leading off for the Reds, the left fielder Derek Fisher. Fisher 0 for 1. Line shot to the right side of the infield. Base hit for Fisher. He'll be on at first base with nobody out for the pitcher, Tyler Skaggs. Skaggs is a terrible bunter. He's not pitching very well lately either. I'm going to go ahead and bunt it though. We'll see. We'll let him start the next inning, see how he goes. Skaggs tries to lay down the bunt. They throw to second. And they cut down Fisher. I would have been better off trying to steal. We trade a fast runner for a below average runner. Skaggs now at first base. The shortstop Andrelton Simmons at the plate. Simmons 1 for 1 today.
Strike 3, you're out.
Arrieta strikes out Simmons for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Ozzie Albies steps to the plate. Albies 1 for 2 today. Skaggs down at first, excuse me. Liner to left field, gets down and back to the wall for Albies. Skaggs moves up to third on the play. Albies into second on with a double. And the Reds now have runners at second and third with 2 down for the third baseman Jurickson Profar. Profar 2 for 2 today with an RBI. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Base hit for Profar. Skaggs scores from third. Albies rounds third, tries to score. He's in safely, and the Reds now lead the game 5-4 here in the bottom of the fourth. Still 2 outs in the inning. Jurickson Profar at first. New pitcher for the Cardinals, Clayton Blackburn. Blackburn with no record on the season and a 27 ERA. He struck out a batter in 2/3 of an innings pitched. He'll be facing the center fielder Lewis Brinson. Brinson 1 for 2 today with an RBI.
Strike 3.
Strikes out Brinson in the inning. But the Reds score 2. They take the lead. They now have a 5-4 advantage over the Cardinals through 4. Will Myers to lead off for the Cardinals here in the top of the 5th. Myers 0 for 1 with a walk. Skaggs delivers. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it. Throws out Myers at first for the first out of the inning. 1 down. That brings Miguel Sano to the plate. Sano 0 for 1 with a walk. Skaggs delivers. Hard hit ball to short. Simmons into the hole. Fields it. Throws out Sano at first for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That brings the left fielder Brandon Guyer to the plate. Guyer 0 for 2. Skaggs delivers. Fly ball to right center field. Judge over, makes the catch. And the Cardinals go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the 5th. They trail the Reds 5-4 after 4.5. Leading off for the Reds, Aaron Judge, the right fielder, 0 for 2. Blackburn delivers, strikes out Judge for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Eric Jagiello steps to the plate. Jagiello, the first baseman, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Fly ball to center field. Betts moves in to make the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down, the catcher Oscar Hernandez stands in. Hernandez 0 for 2. Ground ball down to third base. It's bobbled at first. Hernandez is going to be safe on the error. He'll be down there with 2 outs for the left fielder Derek Fisher. Fisher 1 for 2 today. Ground ball to short. Simeon takes the short route to second to cut down Hernandez. And the Reds go down here in the bottom of the 5th. They lead the Cardinals 5-4 after 5. Jake Bauers to lead off for the Cardinals here in the top of the 6th. Bauers 1 for 2. Ground ball down to third. Profar up with it. Throws out Bauers at first for the first out here in the top of the 6th. 1 down. Austin Hedges steps to plate. Hedges 1 for 2 today with a 3 RBI double. Skaggs delivers. Weak pop-up on the infield. Oscar Hernandez settles underneath it in foul territory for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That'll bring the shortstop Marcus Simeon to the plate. Simeon 0 for 2. Skaggs strikes him out to end the inning. The Cardinals go down 1-2-3 in the top of the 6th. Skaggs started off rough, but he looks like he's going to finish strong here. I assume he'll be relieved in the 7th inning. Let's see, they got a couple lefties coming up. Makes sense to put Rivero in, I suppose. Pinch hitting for Tyler Skaggs is Mike Ford. Ford hitting 125 on the season with an RBI. Blackburn delivers. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Base hit for Ford. He'll be on at first base with nobody out for the shortstop Andrelton Simmons. I've got him listed as a second baseman. We'll pinch run with Everett Cabrera here. Alright, pinch runner for Mike Ford, Everett Cabrera. He'll be on at first base for the shortstop Andrelton Simmons. Simmons 1 for 2 today. Nobody out. Blackburn delivers. Hard hit ball to short. It goes 6-4-3. The double play. 2 outs. That brings Ozzie Albies to the plate. Albies the second baseman, 2 for 3 today. Weekly grounded to second, but he throws it away at first. Spangenberg will be credited with a 2-base error. Albies moves up to second. He's in scoring position for the third baseman, Jurickson Profar. Profar perfect 3 for 3 on today with 3 RBIs. Line shot back up the middle. Base hit for Profar. Albies rounding third. He's trying to score. Oh, and they throw him out at the plate. Betts with a nice throw to home. That ends the inning for the Reds. They threaten but fail to score. They lead the Cardinals 5-4 after 6 here at Great American Ballpark. New pitcher for the Reds, Felipe Rivero. Rivero 5-1 with a 2.17 ERA. Struck out 77 batters in 70 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing a pinch hitter, Sam Travis. Travis hitting .271 with a home run and 9 RBIs. Rivera delivers to Travis. I've never seen that happen before. Apparently, Travis hit what would have been a double, but he missed first base. So 1 out in the inning. That brings the second baseman, Corey Spangenberg, to the plate. Spangenberg 0 for 3. I guess they don't show it because you would have to see him missing first. I don't know. That was odd. Spangenberg 0 for 3. Rivera delivers. Liner to short. Simmons ranges to the hole, grabs it for the second out of the inning. 2 down, that brings Mookie Betts to the plate. Betts 1 for 3 today with a solo home run. Rivera delivers. He plunks Betts and puts the tying run on at first. Betts with good speed, 2 outs in the inning. Will Myers at the plate. Myers 0 for 2 with a walk. Myers with enough power to put the Cardinals in the lead here. Rivera throws over to first. Betts back. Checks the runner, delivers to Myers at the plate. Fly ball to center field. Brenson moving in. Makes the catch. Myers is retired, and the Cardinals go down here in the top of the 7th. They trail the Reds 5-4 after 6.5. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the 7th, the center fielder Lewis Brinson. Brinson 1 for 3 with an RBI. He'll be facing a new pitcher for the Cardinals, Tony Watson. Watson 4-2 with a 3.04 ERA. He struck out 82 batters in 80 innings pitched. Line shot back up the middle. Semien picks it off for the first out of the inning. 1 down, that brings Aaron Judge to the plate. Judge 0 for 3. Hard hit ball down to first. Myers up with it, tosses to Watson, who covers. Judge is retired for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Eric Jagiello steps to the plate. Jagiello 1 for 3 today with an RBI. He draws a walk. He'll be on at first base with 2 down for the catcher Oscar Hernandez. Hernandez 0 for 3. Ground ball through the left side of the infield. Base hit for Hernandez. The Reds now have runners at first and second with 2 down for the left fielder Derek Fisher. Let me see what his splits have been. That's a very small sample size. Oh, both of them are small sample sizes. I'm going to go ahead and let him hit. Why not? Runners at first and second, 2 down. Derek Fisher at the plate. Fisher 1 for 3 today.
Strike 3.
And Watson strikes him out to end the inning. The Reds strand 2 runners, fail to score. They lead the Cardinals 5-4 after 7. New pitcher for the Reds, Bobby Wall. Oops. I guess I don't need to come here. Wall, 6-4 on the season with a 3.25 ERA. He struck out 80 batters in 69 1/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the third baseman Miguel Sano. Sano 0 for 2 with a walk today. Strikes out Sano to lead off the inning. One down, that brings the left fielder Brandon Guyer to the plate. Guyer 0 for 3. Deep drive to center field. Brinson over. Makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. The right fielder Jake Bauers stands in. Bauers 1 for 3. Wall delivers. Bauers draws a walk. He'll be on at first base with the tying run for the catcher Austin Hedges. Hedges 1 for 3. Base hit to right field for Hedges. The Cardinals will now have runners at first and third with 2 outs for the shortstop Marcus Semien. Double switch for the Reds. Coming in to play left field, Tyler Goodell. He'll be batting in the number 8 spot and leading off the next inning. Dan Altavilla taking the mound. Altavilla 5-2 with a 3.69 ERA. Struck out 86 batters in 63 1/3 innings pitched. Cardinals with runners at the corners and 2 outs. Altavilla checks Bauers and Hedges, delivers to Semien at the plate. Ground ball to short. Simmons up with it, takes a short route to second. And the Cardinals are retired here in the top of the 8th. They trail the Reds 5-4 after 7 1/2. New pitcher for the Cardinals, Pedro Baez. Baez 3-4 on the season with a 3.07 ERA. He struck out 73 batters in 67 1/3 innings pitched. Lefties are doing considerably better against him. Pinch hitting and taking over in left field for the Reds, Mark Payton. Payton hitting .278 with a home run and 2 RBIs. Deep drive to right center field. Betts moves back, makes the catch short of the track for the first out of the inning. One down, that'll bring the shortstop Andrelton Simmons to the plate. Simmons 1 for 3 today. Fly ball to left center field. Betts over. Camps under it, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down, that brings Ozzie Albies to the plate. Albies 2 for 4 today. Ground ball to short. Semien up with it, throws out Albies at first, and the Reds go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 8th. They lead the Cardinals 5-4 after 8 here at Great American Ballpark. New pitcher for the Reds, Edwin Diaz. Diaz 2-4 on the season with a 2.21 ERA. He struck out 87 batters in 57 innings pitched. He'll be facing the pinch hitter Richard Urania. Urania hitting .255 with 4 home runs and 25 RBIs. Diaz trying to earn his 36th save of the season. Strikes out Urania. Strikes him out, and the pass ball gives him the opportunity to make it to first safely. He'll be on at first with nobody out for the second baseman, Corey Spangenberg. Spangenberg 0 for 4 today. Spangenberg gets down the bunt. They throw to second, cut down the lead runner. And the Reds now have 1 out in the inning with Mookie Betts at the plate. Betts 1 for 3 today with a solo home run. Spangenberg at first. Diaz throws over. Spangenberg back. Checks the runner, delivers to Betts at the plate. Strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down, Will Myers steps in. Myers 0 for 3 today. Spangenberg still down at first. Diaz checks the runner, delivers. Fly ball to left field. Payton makes the catch, and the Reds win today 5-4 over St. Louis at Great American Ballpark. Edwin Diaz with his 36th save of the season. Tyler Skaggs with his 9th win after a rocky start. Boy, I really needed that. I really needed that win. Big game by Jurickson Profar. 4 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Ozzie Albies played well leading off. That was most of the offense right there. Sprinkling of hits from other people. Judge still struggling. I keep wanting him to break out a little bit. I mean, I don't expect him to hit like he has in real life, but I'd like to see a few more home runs. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. All right. Pirates must have lost yesterday. They're now a half game back. Let's check the wild card. Alright, this seemed to work out pretty well last game. We'll put Andrelton Simmons down in the 9th spot. Lewis Brinson. Jagiello at first. He had a decent game. 1 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. He actually drew that walk versus a lefty pitcher. Derek Fisher was like he's 1 for 4. And Oscar Hernandez, he had a hit. He also had a pass ball late in the game. I'm thinking he's had quite a few of those, maybe 5 errors, 5 pass balls. Oh, maybe it's Carson Kelly that's had the... Yeah, he said 6 pass balls. You know what, though? I think I want to play Carson Kelly today anyway. Alright. We'll break this up right, left, right a little bit. Have Judge bat 5th. Jagiello clean up, and we'll see if we get a little bit of offense going today. I guess I can check McCullers' splits. He's basically it's basically the same versus either side. Nobody's hitting real well against him, so it's not really going to make much of a difference. Welcome to Great American Ballpark, where the Cincinnati Reds are hosting the St. Louis Cardinals. Starting today for the Reds, John Gray. Gray 3-6 on the season with a 5.2 ERA. He'll be facing the Cardinals center fielder Corey Spangenberg. Spangenberg hitting .245 with 5 home runs and 29 RBIs. Full count to Spangenberg. Gray delivers. Spangenberg draws a walk. He'll be on at first with good speed for the right fielder Jake Bauers. Bauers hitting .251 with 13 home runs and 37 RBIs. Gray picks to first. Spangenberg back. Checks the runner. Delivers to Bauers at the plate. The runner was in motion. Spangenberg moves up to second. Simmons fields the ground ball, throws out Bauers at first. The Cardinals now have a runner in scoring position with 1 out for the third baseman Miguel Sano. Sano hitting .249 with 38 home runs and 93 RBIs. Gray delivers. Hard hit ball back up the middle, base hit for Sano. Spangenberg's going to score on the play. And the Cardinals lead 1-0 here in the top of the first. Still only 1 out in the inning. Will Myers steps to the plate. Myers hitting .248 with 23 home runs and 68 RBIs. Hard ground ball down to third. Profar up with it, takes the short route to second. Sano is retired. Myers safe at first. 2 down, Richard Urania stands in. Urania, the shortstop, hitting .254 with 4 home runs and 25 RBIs. Gray picks to first. Myers back. Checks the runner, delivers to Urania. Strikes him out to end the inning. The Cardinals score a run. They lead the Reds by 1 after a half inning. Leading off for the Reds, the second baseman Ozzie Albies. Albies hitting .310 with 7 RBIs. He'll be facing the Cardinals starter Lance McCullers Jr. McCullers 12-8 with a 4.13 ERA. He struck out 189 batters in 167 and 2/3 innings pitched. McCullers delivers the 0-0 pitch. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Base hit for Albies. He'll be on at first base with nobody out for the third baseman Jurickson Profar. Profar hitting .283 on the season with 9 home runs and 48 RBIs. They give Albies the green light. Albies takes off for second base. There won't be a throw. Hedges can't get it out of his glove. And Albies in safely to second, now in scoring position with nobody out for Profar. 3-1 to count to Profar. He'll draw a walk here. The Reds have runners at first and second with nobody out for the center fielder Lewis Brinson. Brinson hitting .259 with 19 home runs and 65 RBIs. McCullers delivers. Weekly popped up in foul territory. Catcher Hedges settles underneath it, makes the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the first. 1 down, Eric Jagiello steps to the plate. Jagiello playing first base today, hitting .273 with 3 home runs and 8 RBIs. McCullers delivers. High, deep drive to right field. Jagiello got all of that one. It's not coming back. 3-run home run. And the Reds take a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the first. One out in the inning. Aaron Judge steps to the plate. Judge, the right fielder, hitting .216 with 8 home runs and 25 RBIs. Line shot to right field. Gets down and back to the wall. Judge into second with a double. He'll be in scoring position with 1 out for the left fielder, Derek Fisher. Fisher hitting .220 with 4 home runs and 13 RBIs. He draws a walk here. He trots down to first base. The Reds now have runners at first and second with 1 out for the catcher, Carson Kelly. Kelly hitting .231 with 5 home runs and 30 RBIs. McCullers delivers. Popped up on the left side of the infield. Sano under it. Infield fly rule called. And Kelly's retired for the second out of the inning. 2 down, the pitcher John Gray steps to plate. Gray hitting .143 with a couple RBIs. Ground ball to short. Urania up with it, takes a short route to second to cut down Fisher. And the Reds go down here in the bottom of the first. But they score 3 runs on the Eric Jagiello 3-run home run. They lead the Cardinals 3-1 after 1 here at Great American Ballpark. Leading off for the Cardinals, the left fielder Brandon Guyer. Guyer hitting .256 with 8 home runs and 45 RBIs. Gray delivers.
Strike 3.
Strikes out Guyer. And he's safe on the pass ball. I've seen that twice in 2 games here. And how often do you see that during the regular season? Yeah, regardless, the Cardinals have a runner at first with nobody out. The catcher, Austin Hedges, at the plate. Hedges hitting .235 with 17 home runs and 63 RBIs. Gray checks the runner, delivers to Hedges, strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down, the second baseman, Andy Ibanez, stands in. Ibanez hitting .224 with 4 home runs and 19 RBIs. Gray throws over. Guyer back. Checks the runner. Delivers to Ibanez at the plate. Runner was in motion. Line shot to left field. Fisher back. Makes the catch. Guyer has to retreat to first. He'll be there with 2 outs for the pitcher, Lance McCullers Jr. McCullers hitting .170 on the season with a couple RBIs. Gray checks the runner. Delivers to McCullers. Line shot to right field. Base hit. Guyer tries to move up to third base. He's in safely. The Cardinals now have runners on the corners with 2 outs for the center fielder, Corey Spangenberg. Spangenberg drew a walk in the first inning. Gray checks the runners, delivers to Spangenberg. Line shot back up the middle. Base hit for Spangenberg. Runner Guyer scores from third. And the Cardinals cut the lead to 1. It's now 3-2. Boy, this is a little frustrating. Runners at first and second, 2 down. Jake Bowers at the plate. Bowers 0 for 1 today. Gray checks the runners, delivers to Bowers at the plate.
Strike 3.
Strikes him out to end the inning. The Cardinals score a run, though. They've cut the lead to 1. They trail 3-2 after 1.5 innings. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the second, Andrelton Simmons. Simmons hitting .240 with 6 home runs and 41 RBIs. Line shot to short. Urania snares it for the first out of the inning. 1 down. That brings the second baseman, Ozzie Albies, to the plate. Albies 1 for 1 today. Weak grounder to short. Urania up with it. Throws out Albies at first for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Jurickson Profar steps to the plate. Profar drew a walk earlier today. High deep drive to left field. Looks like a... No! That's fair. It squeaks fair. It's not coming back. And Profar has gone off edge for a solo home run here in the bottom of the second. The Reds now lead 4-2 over the Cardinals. 2 outs in the inning. That brings Lewis Brinson to the plate. Brinson 0 for 1 today.
Strike 3.
McCullers strikes him out for the last out here in the bottom of the second. The Reds tack on a run. They now lead by 2, 4-2 after 2 at Great American Ballpark. Leading off for the Cardinals in the top of the third, Miguel Sano. Sano 1 for 1 today with an RBI.
Strike 3.
Gray strikes him out to lead off the inning. 1 down. Will Myers steps to the plate. Myers 0 for 1. Gray strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. The shortstop, Richard Urania, stands in. Urania 0 for 1. Gray delivers.
Strike 3.
Strikes out Urania to end the inning. Cardinals go down 1-2-3 in the top of the third. They trail the Reds 4-2 after 2.5. Eric Jagiello, the first baseman, to lead off for the Reds here in the bottom of the third. Jagiello 1 for 1 on the day with a 3-run home run. Top ground ball to second base. Ibanez up with it, throws out Jagiello at first for the first out here in the bottom of the third. 1 down. Aaron Judge stands in. Judge, the right fielder, 1 for 1.
Strike 3.
McCullers strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Derek Fisher steps to the plate. Fisher drew a walk earlier today. Ground ball down to first base. Myers up with it. Throws to McCullers, who covers, and Fisher's retired. Reds go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the third. They lead the Cardinals 4-2 after 3 at Great American Ballpark. Leading off for the Cardinals in the top of the fourth, Brandon Guyer. Guyer 0 for 1. Line shot back up the middle, base hit for Guyers. He's on at first base with nobody out for the catcher, Austin Hedges. Hedges 0 for 1. Pop up on the infield. Jagiello back just short of the outfield, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Guyer back to first base. Andy Ibanez steps to the plate. Ibanez 0 for 1 today.
Strike 3. You're out.
Gray strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That brings the pitcher Lance McCullers Jr. to the plate. McCullers 1 for 1 on the day with a double. Gray strikes him out to end the inning. The Cardinals strand a runner. They fail to score. They trail the Reds 4-2 after 3.5. The catcher Carson Kelly to lead off for the Reds in the bottom of the fourth. Kelly 0 for 1. Line shot to center field. Spangenberg makes a nice catch out there short of the track to steal extra bases from Kelly. 1 down in the inning. Brings the pitcher John Gray to the plate. Gray 0 for 1. Hard hit ball down to third base. Sano up with it. Throws out Gray at first for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That brings the shortstop Andrelton Simmons stands in. Simmons 0 for 1. Looper to center field. Spangenberg makes the catch, and the Reds go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the fourth. They lead the Cardinals 4-2 after 4 at Great American Ballpark. Corey Spangenberg to lead off here for the Cardinals in the top of the 5th. Spangenberg 1 for 1 with a walk. He draws another walk here. He'll be on at first base with nobody out for the right fielder Jake Bauers. Bauers 0 for 2. Gray throws over, Spangenberg back. Checks the runner. Delivers to Bauers at the plate. Walks him. And the Cardinals now have runners at first and second with nobody out for Miguel Sano. Sano with enough power to take the lead for the Cardinals with one swing of the bat. Gray checks the runners, delivers to Sano at the plate. Let's visit the man. Ground ball to short. 6-4-3. Pitcher's best friend. Simmons to Albies to Jagiello. And the Reds now have 2 outs in the inning. Spangenberg moves up to third base on the play. That brings Will Myers to the plate. Myers 0 for 2. Gray checks the runner. Spangenberg delivers to Myers at the plate. Strikes him out to end the inning. The Cardinals threaten, but they strand a runner and fail to score. They trail the Reds 4-2 after 4.5. New pitcher for the Cardinals, Sam Howard. Howard 2-0 on the season. He's yet to give up a run. He struck out 5 batters in 9 innings pitched. He'll be facing the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Albies 1 for 2 on the day. Pop-up in foul territory on the right side of the infield. Will Myers sells underneath it to make the catch for the first out of the inning. How many pitches does Gray have? He's got 94 already. That brings Jurickson Profar to the plate. Profar, the third baseman, 1 for 1 with a solo home run. He's also drawn a walk. Howard delivers. Seeing eye single through the right side of the infield for Profar. He'll be on at first base with 1 down for the center fielder Lewis Brinson. Brinson 0 for 2. Snap throw to first. Profar back. Brinson's able to draw a walk. He moves up to first. Profar to second. Runners at first and second. 1 down for the first baseman, Eric Jagiello. Jagiello 1 for 2 on the day with a home run and 3 RBIs. Howard strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Aaron Judge steps to the plate. Judge 1 for 2 today. High deep drive to left field. I think Judge got all that one. It's not coming back. And the Reds go up 7-2 on the Aaron Judge 3-run home run. Two down in the inning. That brings Derek Fisher to the plate. Fisher 0 for 1 with a walk. Strikes out here to end the inning. The Reds score 3 here in the bottom of the 5th. They've taken a 7-2 lead over the Cardinals. Or they've extended their lead to 7-2 over the Cardinals. Gray's got 94 pitches already. I mean, there's probably no reason to keep him in the no reason to keep him in the game. I guess I'll swap in Coda Glover. Let's see who's gonna play left field. We'll give It's been a while since Brandon Moss has played. We'll let him play. Double switch for the Reds. Taking over in left field for Derek Fisher is Brandon Moss. Coda Glover, the new pitcher, 1-0 on the season with a 3.25 ERA. He struck out 49 batters in 44 and a third innings pitched. He'll be facing Richard Urania, the shortstop, 0 for 2 today. Glover delivers to Urania at the plate. 1-2 the count. Strikes him out to lead off the inning. One down. Brandon Geyer steps in. The left fielder, 1 for 2. Pop up on the right side of the infield. Jagiello Sells underneath it, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Austin Hedges steps to the plate. The catcher 0 for 2. Glover delivers. Strikes him out to end the inning. Cardinals go down 1-2-3 in the top of the 6th. The Reds lead them 7-2 here at Great American Ballpark after 5.5. New pitcher for the Cardinals, Jared Cozart. Cozart hitting with a 4-9 record and a 4.68 ERA. He struck out 89 batters in 102 innings pitched. He'll be facing the catcher Carson Kelly. Kelly 0 for 2. Kelly draws a walk to lead off the inning. He'll be on at first base with nobody out for the new left fielder Brandon Moss. Moss hitting .240 with 14 home runs and 40 RBIs. Big shift on for Moss. Wild pitch. Kelly's able to move up to second. And the Reds now have a runner in scoring position with nobody out. 1-2 the count to Moss. He swings through it for the first out of the inning. One down. That brings the shortstop Andrelton Simmons to plate. Simmons 0 for 2. Top ground ball to short. Urania up with it. Throws out his opposite number at first for the second out of the inning. Kelly moves up to third on the play. There are now 2 outs in the inning, and Ozzie Albies steps to the plate. Albies 1 for 3.
Strike 3, you're out.
And Cozart strikes him out to end the inning. The Reds threaten here in the bottom of the 6th, but they strand a runner, fail to score. They still lead the Cardinals 7-2. Let's see, it'd be really nice if Coda Glover can get through the second inning here. Got a couple lefties. We'll get Strum up in the bullpen. Andy Ibanez to lead off for the Cardinals here in the top of the 7th. He's 0 for 2. Glover delivers. Hard hit ball to short. Simmons up with it. Throws out Ibanez at first for the first out of the inning. One down. Mookie Betts in to pinch hit for the pitcher, Cozart. Betts hitting .257, 11 home runs and 44 RBIs. High deep drive to right center field. Brinson over. Makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Brings Corey Spangenberg to the plate. Spangenberg 1 for 1 with an RBI. Glover strikes him out to end the inning. Cardinals go down 1-2-3 in their half of the 7th. They trail the Reds 7-2 after 6.5 at Great American Ballpark. New pitcher for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the 7th, Jordan Lyles. Lyles 2-2 with a 4.46 ERA. He struck out 23 batters in 40 and a third innings pitched. He'll be facing the third baseman, Jurickson Profar. Profar a perfect 2 for 2 on the day with a solo home run. Hard hit ball to deep center field. Spangenberg able to catch it just short of the track for the first out of the inning. Profar's retired. One down, that brings Lewis Brinson to the plate. Brinson, the center fielder, 0 for 2 with a walk. Line shot back up the middle. Urania picks it off for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Eric Jagiello steps to the plate. Jagiello 1 for 3 on the day with a 3-run home run.
Strike 3, you're out.
He strikes out here to end the inning. The Reds go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 7th. But they lead the Cardinals 7-2. New pitcher for the Reds here in the top of the 8th. Daniel Stumpf. Stumpf 2-0 with a 2.49 ERA. He struck out 33 batters in 43 1/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the right fielder Jake Bauers. Bauers 0 for 2. Stumpf delivers. Ground ball to second. Albies up with it. Throws out Bauers at first for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Miguel Sano steps to the plate. Sano 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI. Stumpf strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Will Myers stands in. The first baseman 0 for 3. Line shot to left center field. Gets down and back to the wall for Myers. He slides into second with a double. He'll be in scoring position with 2 outs for the shortstop Richard Urania. Urania 0 for 3. Stumpf checks the runner, delivers to Urania at the plate. He draws a walk. He'll be on at first base with 2 down for Brandon Guyer. Runners at first and second, 2 down in the inning. Guyer at the plate. Stumpf checks the runners, delivers to Guyer. Ground ball down to third. Profar up with it. Throws out Guyer at first, and the Cardinals are retired here in the top of the 8th. They strand 2 runners, fail to score. They trail the Reds 7-2 after 7.5 at Great American Ballpark. How many pitches does Stumpf have? 25. I probably better get somebody into the game for the last inning. Aaron Judge to lead off for the Reds here in the bottom of the 8th. Judge 2 for 3 on the day with a 3-run home run. Lyles delivers. Line shot to right center field. Gets down for a base hit for Judge. He's having a nice day today. 3 for 4. He's on at first base with nobody out for the first baseman Mike Ford. Ford hitting .222 on the season with an RBI. Top ground ball back up the middle. It goes 6-4-3. Urania Ibanez to Myers. And there are now 2 outs in the inning for the catcher Carson Kelly. Kelly 0 for 2. He's drawn a walk. Lyles delivers to Kelly at the plate. Top ground ball back to the mound. Lyles up with it, throws out Kelly at first, and the Reds go down here in the bottom of the 8th. They still lead the Cardinals 7-2. Let's see, we got some lefties coming up. We'll get it. New pitcher for the Reds, Ryan Garten. Garten with no record on the season. He's yet to give up a run in 2 2/3 innings pitched. He'll be facing the catcher, Austin Hedges. Hedges 0 for 3.
Strike 3.
Garton strikes out Hedges for the first out here in the top of the ninth. 1 down. The second baseman, Andy Ibanez, stands in. Ibanez 0 for 3. Line shot to left center field. It holds up for Moss. He catches it for the second out of the inning. 2 down, and there'll be a pinch hitter for the pitcher Lyles, Mark Reynolds. Reynolds hitting 182 on the season with 3 home runs and 19 RBIs. Garton delivers. Line shot back up the middle, base hit for Reynolds. He'll be on at first base with 2 outs for the center fielder Corey Spangenberg. Spangenberg 1 for 2 today with an RBI and a walk. New pitcher for the Reds, Matt Strom. Strom 2 and 5 with a 6.97 ERA. Struck out 38 batters in 51 2/3 innings pitched. He checks the runner. Reynolds delivers to Spangenberg at the plate. Ground ball to third. Profar up with it, goes a short route to second. And the Reds win today here at Great American Ballpark 7-2 over the Cardinals. Well, Albies continues to hit and lead off. Profar is killing it lately. Jagiello with a 3-run home run. Aaron Judge with a big day, 3-run home run. And I hate to say it, but the team's playing better since I benched Adrian Gonzalez. I actually like Gonzalez, you know, nothing against him. It's the way the game, you know, this is the game. It's not real life. All right, let's check the standings. We're now a game and a half up over the Pirates. I would have preferred to at least beat them 2 out of 3, but if we can win while they're losing, that's just as good, I guess. It feels better to beat them directly, though. Let's see. Expanded standings. It's been a while since I checked this. Yeah, my Pythagorean record's 78 and 74, meaning I've either been a little lucky or, you know, really good. I'd like to prefer to think I'm really good, but I've had a good I've had a good record in 1-run games. And I guess I get blown out a lot when I do lose. So the big glaring weakness for us is the record versus left-handed pitching. If I have to face a Bumgarner or a Kershaw or maybe a Kluber, oh no, Kluber's right-hand, I'm sorry. But if I have to face a big-name left-hand pitcher in the playoffs, they might shut me down. But it looks like Judge is hitting a little bit, so that might help me versus lefties. But the Pirates, they have a much larger run differential than I do. Standings, pennant chase. I've got 10 more games. Winning percentage is lower. Pirates have a higher winning percentage they're facing, but they do have more games at home. All right, let's go ahead and finish today. Well, he wasn't going to come back till next year anyway, but that's just that's just adding insult to injury. I mean, you know, these are really pretty good numbers for what I would consider like a fourth starter. He was really strong for a fourth starter. But of course, he's not very strong right now since he's out. Let's see. Perdomo, he's out for another 2 months. I mean, he was pitching way over his head, so it almost seems appropriate that he got hurt because he shouldn't be pitching. He shouldn't have been pitching as well as he was. But, you know, missing Clevenger hurts. All the day-to-day injuries to my pitchers, that stuff hurts. And, you know, missing Christian Yelich has hurt quite a bit. Although, I think we're finally hitting a little bit. Alright, let me check my bullpen. Coda Glover's worn out, but everybody else is ready to go, I think. I could start Daniel Norris here. I think I'm going to go ahead. Since I've won these last couple games, I've got a little bit of a cushion. I might go ahead and rest him. Hopefully, we'll be able to start him towards the end of the season, and he'll be ready for the playoffs. Because it's looking like we should be able to make the playoffs, even if it is just a wild card. Yasmero Petit to start. Let's check Trevor Bauer. Bauer, a good pitcher. 12-11 on the season. His batting splits. Oh, wow. Lefties are hitting considerably better against him. Alright, so we'll stack with lefties. I don't know. Brenson's not been... Yeah, he was... Well, he did draw a walk. He's kind of scuffling towards the end of the season. This combination with Albies and Profar at the top of the lineup has been great. Jagiello with the big home run. You know, I'm going to play Aaron Judge anyway. Let's see. How did Derek Fisher play? Fisher 0 for 2 with a walk. I might want to play Brandon Moss. Moss has not been playing well lately, but I haven't been giving him many at-bats. I could play Mark Payton. Payton good defensively. A little bit above average speed. Very good defensively. I'm going to play Derek Fisher. Okay, Oscar Hernandez. Since Brenson's been scuffling a little bit lately, I don't know. I might play him down here. He's got speed. If he can get on base, he can steal bases and get into scoring position for the top of the lineup. We might see how that goes. Interesting new lineup. Welcome to Great American Ballpark, where the Cincinnati Reds are hosting the St. Louis Cardinals. Starting today for the Reds, Yasmero Petit. Petit 1-2 with a 5.29 ERA. He struck out 43 batters in 51 innings pitched. He'll be facing Cardinals center fielder Mookie Betts. Betts hitting .257 with 11 home runs and 44 RBIs. 1-2 the count. Petit delivers. Strikes out Betts to lead off the game. Good start for Petit. One down. Jake Bauer steps to plate. The right fielder hitting .249 with 13 home runs and 37 RBIs. Ground ball to second. Albies up with it. Throws out. Bauer's at first for the second out of the inning. Two down. The first baseman, Will Myers, stands in. Myers hitting .248 with 23 home runs and 68 RBIs. High deep drive to left field. I think Myers got all of that one. It's into the stands for a solo home run. The Cardinals lead the Reds 1-0 here in the top of the first. That brings the shortstop, Richard Urania, to the plate. Urania hitting .250 with 4 home runs and 25 RBIs. Line shot through the left side of the infield, base hit for Urania. He'll be on at first with decent speed for the left fielder, Brandon Guyer. Guyer hitting .256 with 8 home runs and 45 RBIs. Petit checks the runner, delivers to Guyer at the plate. The ball gets away from Hernandez. It's a wild pitch by Petit. And the Cardinals now have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Petit checks Urania, delivers to Guyer at the plate. It's a pop-up on the infield. Simmons underneath it, puts it away. And the Cardinals are retired here in the top of the first. They score a run. They lead the Reds 1-0 after a half inning at Great American Ballpark. Pitching today for the Cardinals, Trevor Bauer. Bauer 12-11 with a 3.73 ERA. He struck out 183 batters in 186 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Reds' second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Albies hitting .308 with 7 RBIs. Looper to right center field. It's going to hold up for Bowers. He comes in, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. One down. Jurickson Profar, the third baseman, stands in. Profar hitting .285 with 10 home runs and 49 RBIs. Fly ball to deep right field. Bowers makes the catch on the track, just short of the wall. 2 down. Eric Jagiello steps to the plate. Jagiello, the first baseman, hitting .269 with 4 home runs and 11 RBIs. Big shift on for Jagiello. He draws a walk here. He'll be on at first base with 2 outs for the right fielder, Aaron Judge. Judge hitting .225 with 9 home runs and 28 RBIs. Line shot to left field, gets down and back to the wall for Judge. Jagiello's rounding third. He's going to score from first. And the Reds have tied it up here in the first inning on the RBI double by Aaron Judge. Judge on a little bit of a tear lately. 1-1 tied score now. Derek Fisher steps to the plate. The left fielder hitting .217 with 4 home runs and 13 RBIs. Judge at second. Ground ball back up the middle. Shortstop Urania makes the play. Nice play. Throws out Fisher at first. And the Reds are retired in the bottom of the first. They score a run. They tie it up. It's now 1-1 at Great American Ballpark after 1. Leading off for the Cardinals, Austin Hedges, the catcher, hitting .233 with 17 home runs and 63 RBIs.
Strike 3, you're out.
Petit strikes him out here for the first out of the inning. One down, Corey Spangenberg steps in. Spangenberg playing third base today, his third position in 3 days, hitting .246 with 5 home runs and 30 RBIs. Ground ball to second. Albies up with it, throws out Spangenberg at first for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That brings the second baseman, Andy Ibanez, to the plate. Ibanez hitting .221 with 4 home runs and 19 RBIs. Petit strikes him out to end the inning. Cardinals go down 1-2-3 in the top of the second. It's tied 1-1 after 1.5 at Great American Ballpark. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the second, Oscar Hernandez, the catcher, hitting .263 with 12 home runs and 50 RBIs. Ground ball through the left side of the infield, base hit for Hernandez. He's on at first with nobody out for the shortstop, Andrelton Simmons. Simmons hitting .239 with 6 home runs and 41 RBIs. Line shot back up the middle. Base hit for Simmons. Hernandez will move up to second on the play. The Reds now have runners at first and second for the pitcher Yasmero Petit. I'm sorry. I got to get that down. Yasmero Petit. Yasmero Petit hitting 143 on the season with an RBI. He'll be called on to bunt here. Gets down the bunt. Only plays to first. Nice one by Petit. Runners move up to second and third. They'll now be there with 1 out for the center fielder Lewis Brinson. Brinson hitting .257 with 19 home runs and 65 RBIs. Bauer delivers.
Strike 3.
Strikes out Brinson for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Ozzie Albies steps to the plate. The second baseman 0 for 1 today. Looper to left field. Oh! Geyer makes a nice catch out there to steal a base hit and a couple RBIs from Albies. The Reds threaten here in the bottom of the second. They fail to score. It's 1-1 after 2 at Great American Ballpark. Leading off for the Cardinals in the top of the third, Trevor Bauer. The pitcher hitting .151 on the season with 4 RBIs.
Strike 3. You're out.
Petit strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Mookie Betts stands in, the center fielder 0 for 1. Petit strikes him out for the second out of the inning, 2 down. Jake Bauer steps to the plate, the right fielder 0 for 1. Fly ball to left center field. Brinson over, settles underneath it, makes the catch. And the Cardinals go down 1-2-3 in the top of the third. 1-1 after 2.5. The third baseman, Jurickson Profar, to lead off for the Reds in the bottom of the third. He's 0 for 1.
Strike 3. You're out.
Bauer strikes him out to lead off the inning. 1 down. Eric Jagiello, the first baseman, stands in. He drew a walk in the first inning. High, deep drive to right field. Jagiello got all that one. It's not coming back. And the Reds have taken a 2-1 lead on the Eric Jagiello solo home run. 1 out in the inning. Aaron Judge, the right fielder, stands in. Judge 1 for 1 on the day with an RBI. Ground ball back up the middle. Gets past the shortstop Urania into center field. Base hit for Judge. He's on at first with 1 out for Derek Fisher. Fisher, the left fielder, 0 for 1 today. High deep drive to left field. Going back and making the catch on the track, Geyer. 2 down in the inning. Judge has to retreat to first. He's there with 2 outs for the catcher, Oscar Hernandez. Hernandez 1 for 1. Hard hit ball back up the middle, base hit for Hernandez. Judge moves up to second on the play. The Reds will have runners at first and second with 2 outs for the shortstop, Andrelton Simmons. Simmons 1 for 1. They put the runners in motion for Simmons. He hits the ball back up the middle, base hit into center. The runner Judge scores from second. Hernandez moves up to third. The Reds now have runners on the corners with 2 outs. They've extended their lead to 3. It's now 3-1. Yasmero Petit, the hitter. Petit got a sacrifice bunt down in his first at bat. 2 down, runners at the corners. Bowers delivers. Oh, rain delay. I'm going to check my... Question is Fulmer going to be ready for the start? We'll get Strom up in the bullpen and pinch hit for Petit. Since there was a long rain delay there. Alright, Reds with runners at the corners, 2 outs in the inning. Heimer Candelaria, the pinch hitter. Candelaria hitting .242 with 16 home runs and 61 RBIs. Bauer strikes him out to end the inning. Reds go down. They score a couple runs. They lead the Cardinals 3-1 after 3. New pitcher for the Reds, Matt Strom. Strom 2-5 with a 6.92 ERA. Struck out 38 batters in 52 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Cardinals' first baseman, Will Myers. Myers 1-for-1 with a solo home run. Myers takes Strom deep. The lead is now 1. 3-2. The Cardinals trail the Reds in the 4th. Richard Urania stands in. Urania, the shortstop, 1-for-1. Strom delivers. Line shot back up the middle. Base hit for Urania. He's on at first base with still nobody out in the inning for the left fielder Brandon Guyer. Guyer 0-for-1. Strom throws over to first. Urania back safely. Delivers to Guyer at the plate. Strikes him out for the first out of the inning. 1 down. The catcher Austin Hedges stands in. Hedges 0-for-1. Strom throws over to first. Urania back. Checks the runner. Delivers to Hedges at the plate. Line shot to left field. Base hit for Hedges. And the Cardinals now have runners at first and second with 1 out for the third baseman, Corey Spangenberg. Spangenberg 0-for-1. Well, I guess this will be the last hitter for Strom, unless he gets him out here. Runners at first and second, 1 out.
Strike 3.
He strikes out Spangenberg for the second out of the inning. Well, I'm glad I got Ellington ready. New pitcher for the Reds, Brian Ellington. Ellington with no record on the season, a 6.35 ERA. Struck out 9 batters in 5 2/3 innings pitched. He's facing the Cardinals second baseman, Andy Ibanez. Ibanez 0-for-1. Ground ball back up the middle. Albies up with it. Takes the short route to second. And the Cardinals are retired here in the top of the 4th. They reduce the lead to 1. It's 3-2 Reds after 3.5. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the 4th, Lewis Brinson. Brinson 0-for-1. Line shot to the right side of the infield. Myers, the first baseman, makes a nice catch out there to steal a base hit from Brinson. 1 down in the inning. Ozzie Albies steps to plate. Albies 0-for-2. Tries to get a bunt down. And he'll be in there safely with a bunt base hit. Albies at first, 1 out in the inning. Jurickson Profar at the plate. Profar 0 for 2. Line shot on the right side of the infield. Ibanez picks it off for the second out of the inning. Albies back to first in time. There'll be 2 outs in the inning for the first baseman Eric Jagiello. Jagiello 1 for 1 on the day with a solo home run and a walk. Bauer delivers. Ground ball to the left side of the infield. Spangenberg up with it, throws out Jagiello at first, and the Reds go down here in the bottom of the 4th. They lead the Cardinals 3-2 after 4 here at Great American Ballpark. Leading off for the Cardinals in the top of the 5th, Trevor Bauer. Bauer, the pitcher, hitting 0 for 1 on the day. Ellington delivers, strikes out Bauer for the first out of the inning. 1 down, Mookie Betts stands in, the center fielder 0 for 2. Ellington walks him, he's on at first with excellent speed for the right fielder Jake Bauers. Bauers 0 for 2. Ellington throws over to first, Betts back. Checks the runner, delivers to Bauers at the plate. Strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Will Myers stands in. Myers 2 for 2 today with 2 solo home runs. Ellington checks the runner, Betts, delivers to Myers at the plate. Myers draws a walk. He'll be on at first base with 2 down for the shortstop Richard Urania. Urania 2 for 2 today. We'll give Adrian Gonzalez a chance to redeem himself here. Double switch for the Reds. In at first base, replacing Eric Jagiello, Adrian Gonzalez. New pitcher, Daniel Stump. Stump 2-0 on the season with a 2.44 ERA. He struck out 34 batters in 44 1/3 innings pitched. He's got Mookie Betts out at second base with 2 outs. Mookie Betts at second, Will Myers at first with 2 outs in the inning, and the shortstop Richard Urania at the plate. Urania a perfect 2 for 2 on the day. Stump checks the runners, delivers to Urania. Looper to left field. It's going to get down for a base hit for Urania. And the Cardinals now have the bases loaded with 2 down for the left fielder Brandon Guyer. Guyer 0 for 2 today. No worries. Ground ball back up the middle. Simmons up with it, goes the short route to second. And the Cardinals are retired here in the top of the 5th. They leave the bases loaded. They trail the Reds 3-2 after 4.5 here at Great American Ballpark. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the 5th, Aaron Judge. Judge a perfect 2 for 2 on the day with an RBI. Line shot down to third base. Spangenberg makes the grab for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Derek Fisher, the left fielder, stands in. Fisher 0 for 2. Bauer strikes him out for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Oscar Hernandez steps to the plate. Hernandez a perfect 2 for 2 on the day. Line shot back up the middle, but that's going to hold up for Betts. Makes a nice catch out there to retire Hernandez. And the Reds go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the fifth. They lead the Cardinals 3-2 after 5. Oops. Leading off for the Cardinals in the top of the 6th, Austin Hedges. Hedges 1 for 2 today. Hard hit ball down to third base. Profar up with it. Throws out Hedges at first for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Corey Spangenberg stands in. Spangenberg 0 for 2. Hard hit ball through the right side of the infield. Base hit for Spangenberg. He's on at first with 1 out for the second baseman, Andy Ibanez. Ibanez 0 for 2. Stump throws to first. Spangenberg back. Checks the runner, delivers to Ibanez at the plate. Spangenberg off for second. Hernandez throws it into center field. And Spangenberg gets to third on the error. He's now 90 feet away with only 1 out in the inning for the second baseman, Ibanez. Stump checks the runner. Spangenberg delivers to Ibanez. Ground ball to short. Actually, the second baseman. Albies up with it. Checks the runner at third base. Spangenberg throws to first to retire Ibanez. There are now 2 down in the inning. Spangenberg still at third base. The pitcher, Trevor Bauer, at the plate. Bauer 0 for 2. Stump checks the runner. Spangenberg delivers to Bauer. Ground ball to third, and Profar boots it. Spangenberg's able to score on the play, and the Cardinals have tied it up 3-3 here in the top of the 6th. Still only 2 outs in the inning. The pitcher, Trevor Bauer, at first. Mookie Betts at the plate. Betts 0 for 2 today. New pitcher for the Reds, Ryan Garten. Garten, with no record on the season, has yet to give up a run. He struck out 4 batters in 3 1/3 innings pitched. Throws over to first. Bauer back. Checks the runner, delivers to Betts at the plate. Line shot to right field, gets down for a base hit for Betts. Bauer's able to move up to third base on the play. The Cardinals now have runners at the corners with 2 outs for the right fielder, Jake Bauers. Two down in the inning. Bauer. Oh. Betts takes off for second. He steals it. Steals it easily. Cardinals now have runners at second and third with 2 outs. Bauers draws a walk. Cardinals have the bases loaded. With 2 outs for the first baseman, Will Myers. Altavilla is not warm yet, but I don't think I have much choice. New pitcher for the Reds, Dan Altavilla. Altavilla 5-2 with a 3.68 ERA. He struck out 86 batters in 63 2/3 innings pitched. He's facing Will Myers. Myers perfect 2 for 2 on the day with 2 solo home runs. Altavilla checks the runners, delivers to Myers at the plate. He walks him to force in a run. And the Cardinals take a 4-3 lead here in the top of the 6th. Still 2 outs in the inning. Bases are still loaded. And that brings Richard Urania to the plate. The shortstop, a perfect 3 for 3 on the day. I'm going to go through my whole bullpen today. Ground ball down to first. Gonzalez makes the play, throws to Altavilla, who covers. And the inning's over. The Cardinals score 2 runs, though. They take a lead over the Reds 4-3 after 5.5. Leading off for the Reds in the bottom of the 6th, Andrelton Simmons. Simmons a perfect 2 for 2 on the day. Bauer strikes him out to lead off the inning. 1 down. Adrian Gonzalez steps to plate. Gonzalez hitting .269 this season with 24 home runs and 66 RBIs. Base hit to right field for Gonzalez. He's on at first with 1 out for the center fielder Lewis Brinson. Brinson 0 for 2. Ground ball down to first. It's booted by Myers. All hands are going to be safe. Gonzalez up to second. Brinson at first. Reds now have runners at first and second for the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Albies 1 for 3 today. He had a bunt hit in his last at-bat. Albies draws a walk here. They're now loaded with 1 down for the third baseman, Jurickson Profar. Profar 0 for 3 so far today. They're playing the infield in. Line shot to center field. Gets down for a base hit for Profar. Runner scores from third. Brinson's trying to round third and score. He'll be in there safely. The Reds have retaken the lead 5-3 here in the bottom of the 6th on the Jurickson Profar 2 RBI single. Still good speed on the bases. One out in the inning. The pitcher spot, Dan Altavilla up. Brandon Moss to pitch hit for Altavilla. Moss hitting .240 on the season with 14 home runs and 40 RBIs. He'll be facing a new pitcher, Phil Maton. Maton 3-1 with a 3.18 ERA. He struck out 52 batters in 45 and a third innings pitched. One to the count to Moss. Ground ball to second. For the shortstop on the right-hand side of second. It goes 6-5 to 3. They turn the double play. It ends the inning. But the Reds score 2 runs. They retake the lead. It's 5-4 over the Cardinals here after 6. New pitcher for the Reds, Jonathan Holder. Holder 4-5 with a 3.24 ERA. He struck out 79 batters and 72 in the third innings pitched. He'll be facing the Cardinals left fielder Brandon Guyer. Guyer 0 for 3 today. Line shot to left center field. Gets down and back to the wall for Guyer. He's in the second with a stand-up double. He's out in scoring position for the catcher, Austin Hedges. Hedges 1 for 3 today. Holder checks the runner. Guyer delivers to Hedges at the plate. High fly ball to deep right field. Judge makes the catch just short of the track. Geyer tags up and moves up to third. The Cardinals now have a runner at third base with one out for the third baseman, Corey Spangenberg. Spangenberg 1 for 3 today. And Rivera's not ready yet. Well, Spangenberg's not a power threat. Geyer down at third base. Holder checks him, delivers to Spangenberg at the plate. It's a wild pitch. Runner scores from third. The Cardinals have tied it up here in the top of the 7th. It's now 5-5. Still only one out in the inning. 2-ball count to Spangenberg. 3-0 count, and Spangenberg draws a walk. He'll be on at first base with still only one out in the inning for the second baseman, Andy Ibanez. Ibanez 0 for 3. Holder throws over to first, Spangenberg back. Checks the runner, delivers to Ibanez at the plate. Fly ball to center field. Brinson puts it away for the second out of the inning, 2 down. And the Cardinals will pinch hit for the pitcher here with Mark Reynolds. Reynolds hitting 189 with 3 home runs and 19 RBIs. Holder checks Spangenberg at first, delivers to Reynolds at the plate. Big shift on for Reynolds. High fly ball to deep center field. Brinson's able to sell underneath it, make the catch, and the Cardinals go down here in the top of the 7th. They score a run, though. They tie it up. It's 5-5 after 6.5 at Great American Ballpark. Oops. New pitcher for the Cardinals, Tony Watson. Watson 4-2 with a 3 ERA. Struck out 83 batters in 81 innings pitched. He'll be facing the right fielder Aaron Judge. Judge 2 for 3 today with an RBI. Ground ball to short. Urania up with it, throws out Judge at first for the first out here in the bottom of the 7th. 1 down. Derek Fisher steps to the plate. Fisher 0 for 3. Looper to right center field. It's going to hang up for Bowers. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. Oscar Hernandez steps to the plate. Hernandez 2 for 3 today. Hard hit ground ball down to third. Spangenberg up with it. Throws out Hernandez at first. And the Reds go down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 7th. Holder only has 17 pitches so far. Rivera is going to be ready for Bowers. I guess if Betts gets on or does anything, I can put Rivera in. Holder into his second inning of work. He'll be facing Mookie Betts. Betts, the center fielder, 1 for 3 today. Top ground ball back to the mound. Holder up with it, throws out Betts at first. 1 down in the inning. That brings Jake Bowers to plate. Bowers 0 for 3. Line shot back up the middle, base hit for Bowers. He'll be on at first base with 1 down for the first baseman, Will Myers. Let's see. New pitcher for the Reds, Bobby Wall. Wall 6-4 with a 3.21 ERA. Struck out 81 batters in 70 innings pitched. He'll be facing the Cardinals' first baseman, Will Myers. Myers 2 for 2 today with 2 solo home runs and a bases-loaded walk. Wall checks the runner Bowers, throws over to first. Strikes out Myers for the second out of the inning, 2 down. The shortstop Richard Urania stands in. Urania 3 for 4 on the day. Deep drive to right center field, gets down and back to the wall for Urania. Runner Bauer scores from first. Urania into third base with a triple. And the Cardinals have taken a 6-5 lead here in the top of the 8th. Urania 90 feet away. Brandon Geyer at the plate. Geyer, the left fielder, 1 for 4. Wall strikes him out. But the Cardinals score a run. They've taken a 6-5 lead after 7.5 here at Great American Ballpark. Andrelton Simmons to lead off the bottom of the 8th for the Reds. Simmons 2 for 3 today.
Strike 3, you're out.
Watson strikes him out for the first out of the inning, 1 down. Adrian Gonzalez steps to the plate. He'll be replaced by the pinch hitter David Freese. Freese will be taking over at first base. Freese hitting .234 on the season with 10 home runs and 32 RBIs. Line shot to the left side of the infield. Base hit for Freese. He's on at first with 1 out for the center fielder Lewis Brinson. Brinson 0 for 3 today. New pitcher for the Cardinals, Pedro Baez. Baez 3-4 with a 3.03 ERA. He struck out 73 batters and 68 in the third innings pitched. Fly ball to center field. Betts under it, puts it away for the second out of the inning. 2 down, Ozzie Albies steps to the plate. Albies 1 for 3 today. They put the runner Freeze in motion, strikes. Albies strikes out to end the inning. Leading off for the Cardinals in the top of the 9th, Austin Hedges. Hedges 1 for 4 today. Looper to right field, gets down for a base hit for Hedges. He's on at first base with nobody out for the third baseman Corey Spangenberg. Spangenberg 1 for 3. Wall throws over to first. Hedges back, checks the runner, delivers to Spangenberg at the plate. Spangenberg gets a bunt down. Only plays to first. Hedges now in scoring position with 1 out for the second baseman, Andy Ibanez. Ibanez 0 for 4. Fly ball to right field. Judge over, makes the catch. Hedges stays at second, doesn't try to tag up. 2 outs in the inning now. The Cardinals will send a pinch hitter to the plate in the form of Sam Travis. Travis hitting .265 with a home run and 9 RBIs. Hedges still out at second, 2 outs in the inning. Wall delivers. High deep drive to right field. Travis just took Wall deep. And the Cardinals now lead 8-5 over the Reds in the top of the 9th. Could put Yandy Diaz in at third base. Alright. We'll do a double switch on the off chance that I score any runs here. Double switch for the Reds. Yandy Diaz comes in to play third base. Jurickson Profar moves over to second. Michael Felice, the new pitcher, he'll be in the spot vacated by Ozzie Albies. Felice 1-4 on the season with a 5.33 ERA. Struck out 24 batters in 25 and a third innings pitched. He'll be facing the Cardinals center fielder Mookie Betts. Betts 1-for-4. High deep drive to left field. Betts took Felice deep. And the Cardinals now lead 9-5 in the top of the ninth. Still 2 outs in the inning. The right fielder Jake Bauers stands in. Bauers 1-for-4. He draws a walk here. He'll be on at first base. Oh, do I have to use a good pitcher here? With 2 outs for the first baseman Will Myers. Myers 2-for-3 today with a couple home runs and a bases loaded walk. Myers draws a walk here. Cardinals now have runners at first and second. With 2 outs in the inning for the shortstop Richard Urania. Urania 4-for-5 on the day with an RBI. Felice needed to get 1 out. Grounds it to first. Frees up with it. At least he covers first base. Freeze underhands to Felice. He covers first. Urania's retired. And mercifully, the top of the ninth inning is over here at Great American Ballpark. The Cardinals tack on 3 runs. They lead the Reds 9-5 after 8.5. Leading off for the Reds here in the bottom of the ninth, Jurickson Profar. Profar 1-for-4 today with a couple RBIs. He'll be facing a new pitcher for the Cardinals, Seung-Hwan Oh. Oh 4-8 with a 3.78 ERA. Struck out 73 batters in 64 and a third innings pitched. Oh delivers to Profar. Ground ball down to third base. Spangenberg up with it. Throws out Profar at first for the first out of the inning. 1 down. Brings the catcher Carson Kelly to the plate. Kelly hitting .228 with 5 home runs and 30 RBIs. Ground ball back up the middle. Ibanez up with it. Throws to first, but Kelly beats it out for an infield single. He's on at first base with 1 out for the right fielder Aaron Judge. Judge 2-for-4 today with an RBI. Fly ball to right field. Bauers under it. Makes a catch for the second out of the inning. 2 down. That brings the left fielder Derek Fisher to the plate. Fisher 0-for-4 today. Ground ball down to first. Myers up with it, takes it to the bag himself. And Fisher's retired. The Reds lose today here at Great American Ballpark 9-5 to the Cardinals. Boy, that was disappointing. I was trying to save the best pitchers in my bullpen, and the not so great pitchers got eaten up. Oh well. I guess Rivero and Diaz will be ready for the next game. Pettit was actually pitching all right. The only reason I took him out was because of the rain delay. I might have been able to save him or leave him in and try to get a couple more innings out of him. But yeah, it wasn't very good all around. Not as much offense today, although 5 runs is pretty good for me. The offense is better than it was. Let's see. Let's end the day and see what the standings look like. Pirates are still a game back. Marlins are creeping up in the wild card. I gotta hope that I play well these next few games. I played really well in extra inning games too. That's one of the advantages to having a deep bullpen, I'm assuming. Well in one-run games, part of the reason why the Pythagorean win-loss isn't as good. We've been not so hot since the All-Star break. We were pretty good before then, and left-handed pitching is still eating me up, although we haven't faced a lefty in a while. So we needed some sort of combination of 9 wins and losses by the Pirates to clinch this thing. Something tells me it'll go down to the wire, which it usually does. I'm hoping we can win out. Let's see. Cincinnati Reds, we have 9 games left. We have 6 games away from Great American Ballpark. We have a sub 500 winning percentage. Pirates have the same number of games. They have more at home. They have to face tougher teams, though. So I'm going to hope that the Cardinals, let's see, they do have Jake Arrieta pitching for them. Jeff Hoffman can light them up some days. Tyson Ross, he used to be a much better pitcher. I don't know. Maybe he'll have a little bit of a renaissance, at least for one game against the Pirates. It'd be nice. But I think I'll end the stream there for now. Thank you for watching.